Hello and welcome to another episode. Today on the show, I have Linda Velez back on the show. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
All right, and today she's going to help me review the amazing film Hidden Figures that we checked out the other day on this episode of Will Weekly.
We're shooting a human into space that's never been done before.
I'm an excellent shot, sir.
There's no protocol for women attending.
There's no protocol for a man circling the earth either.
We go from being our father's daughters to our husband's wives to our baby's mothers.
If you were like me, would you wish to be an engineer?
I wouldn't have to. I'd already be one.
All right, so that was a clip from Hidden Figures. As you can see, it takes place back in 1961. It was in Virginia. There was still a lot of segregation, and these three amazing women worked for NASA before NASA had computers to do all the math to calculate all the coordinates that they needed to make the first space missions. Because they were competing with Russia to be the first country to try to orbit the Earth in a spacecraft. And then, they were also competing with Russia to try to get a man to the moon. Mm-hmm. So before NASA had IBM, they had all these women doing all the calculations, which is something I didn't know. Did you know that?
No idea.
I just that alone I thought was amazing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was incredible in the movie to see this whole, they call it the computer room. And they had all African-American women doing the whole computer work, the whole math and calculus and all these calculations. That was amazing.
Yeah. And it's an amazing cast. It stars Taraji P Henson as Katherine, Octavia Spencer as Dorothy, Janelle Monáe as Mary, Kevin Costner as Al, he's kind of like the director,
correct,
and Kristen Dunst and Jim Parsons from what's that show again? The Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
So it's a great cast, and they all do an amazing job. But Taraji P Henson, she's kind of like the lead character. She's the protagonist. She's the main person in this film because the movie starts out with her as a little girl.
Yes.
And from the first scenes, she has to be like 5 or 6 years old. Something like that.
I think like 6, 7, and she does this incredible calculation that,
Yeah, she's gifted.
I don't think she's a gifted child.
She's a gifted child, and you can see from that scene, you get a sense that, all right, this girl is special because she's doing like advanced calculus in front of like teachers and older students. Like it looked like she was like 5, 6 years old, and the people in that room were kind of like high school kids.
Yeah, older.
Yeah, older shocked
kids.
that she was like this gifted student.
Correct. And then that's how it starts, and then, it shows what she is, in the movie. She is one of the brain, well, the three of them are the brain of this movie and the brain of NASA.
Exactly. Without them, it's incredible to know that without them, these missions wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have been able to do what they did without these incredible women. So let's start with the pros, what we really liked about this movie. And for me, I just thought they captured that era so well. I mean, there was a lot of different layers of tension, of drama. First, the fact that there was so much against them. At that time, the segregation, the fact that everything was so separated.
Everything.
I never seen a movie that really captured that so well.
They were prevented to do a lot of things, and the whole separation of the bathroom, color bathroom, a coffee maker,
the library,
school. You couldn't go to any university. You had to go to a color university or school. Everything was just separate.
Yeah, everything was separate. Everything was really segregated. Like I didn't know that's how it was. I didn't know like it was to that extent.
Yeah, me neither.
Where the library had one part that it was very separate for white people and for black people. So back to Taraji. She gets placed in this room, in this facility with Kevin Costner's character, and they're really the main room that's just trying to get this project going. And she comes across Jim, the guy from A Big Bang Theory.
Yes, his
character, let me tell you, as soon as you meet him, you just want to punch him in the face. He's definitely the antagonist.
Yes.
He's definitely the antagonist. This is like, you spot him right away. You're like, this is the guy I'm going to hate throughout this whole movie.
Throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, because he was just trying to make her life impossible.
He was like a smart ass that didn't want to admit that he didn't know the right calculations, and she did. And he didn't want to give her credit.
I really enjoyed the cast in this movie.
Yeah.
Everybody does a good job.
And
Everybody
you know what?
just does a good job.
What I really liked is, like, even though, like, they like everything was separate and it's still
Segregation?
the segregation feel of it, these three characters, they were tough, you know, and they all had this sense of humor, like, I'm gonna speak out and I'm gonna say what I feel and what I think is fair for me.
They're very brave.
Yeah, and
Very
they
brave.
fought for it.
What I really liked about this movie is that from the beginning, you just want to root for them.
Yeah.
You just want to be like, you know what? They could do it.
Yes.
Because there's so many obstacles in their way. Segregation, sexism. And they were just trying to earn their respect.
Correct.
They were just trying to show that, you know, they could contribute, they could help, they could really make a difference at NASA.
Yes, and one of the things that I really like is they show the astronaut. I can't remember his name, but he kind of believed in them right away.
Yeah,
and I
John
like that.
Glenn.
Yes, John Glenn was very direct. That he was, you know, he believed in them. I have to say, really good movie.
Really
Did
balanced.
not expect it to be so good, and I really enjoyed it, and I recommend to everybody to go see it. It shows a lot of the history, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you really get to know what happened when that first astronaut went up in the orbit, and how they did it, and that's like the main part.
Yeah, very historical. And if I knew about this, but you don't know the details.
No.
Like the way this movie showed it. You know, you don't know like what went behind the story of the first astronaut to go into space.
Correct.
And they captured that time period really well.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything you didn't like about this movie?
No, I had nothing that I didn't like.
You know, I was trying to think hard. I was like, you know, because, you know, we're going to analyze this movie.
Right.
And we want to be fair. We want to talk about the good and the bad. And I was really thinking hard about, like, what didn't I like about this movie? What could have been different? Who could have done a better performance? And I'm telling you, I couldn't think of a single damn thing that could have been different in this movie.
I don't even want to think about it because I liked everything about it.
Yeah, everything about it was, the pacing was great. Mm-hmm. The dialogue was great. There was times that were hilarious.
Yes,
like
very funny.
There was times that I busted out laughing.
Yes.
There was times that were emotional.
Yeah, sometimes there's time that somebody got very emotional.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was hot in that movie theater. Sometimes they turn off the AC and my eyes
I'm just
start
saying,
sweating.
I might not be the only chick flick lover here.
So you admit this is a chick flick? You admit this is a chick flick?
It's kind of
a chick
It's like
flick.
half-half.
It's half-half.
It's half-half.
Yeah.
But it's more, you know, a true story.
It's
you
a
know,
true
it's
story.
more of a true story. So I love true stories.
But it was so well written. The dialogue, the scenes, none of the scenes drag.
Yes.
Like, you know, you've seen some movies where, like, the scenes drag because it's historical. They want to get it accurate. No, this movie, like, the scenes are short.
It was really
they're
good.
short. They're bouncing back and forth between one scene to the next, between one character to the next, because they're really following three characters at the same time. There's also, like, really good scenes where you can see that there's a strong friendship there. They have a strong bond. They're
from
there
very
to help
long
each other out.
Years of friendship, and they show how their life, you know, their life goes on and on while they're doing this and NASA,
Right.
you know, and it's not just 1 year thing. It was like, I think, a long time. So
Their life, you know.
yeah.
There's a lot going on with these characters, and there's nothing I could really change about this movie. And out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a solid 5.
5 stars?
Yes.
I'm gonna give this movie out of 5 stars.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna have to give this movie a 5.
Woohoo!
I'm gonna have to give this movie a 5, and I'll tell you why. Because not only is it a great movie, but it's original.
Yes.
And it's daring. It takes risks. And I haven't seen anything like this. You know, I've seen movies about segregation, about that time period, but not with this tone.
Yes.
They did a very good job of balancing serious, entertaining, comedic moments, and inspiring. It was just very empowering and inspiring.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
If you ever doubt yourself about what you could do and what you can accomplish, go watch this movie.
Go watch this movie. It's inspiring you to keep going and do better for yourself.
Right, believe in yourself.
Not settle.
Don't settle, and it reminds you, believe in yourself. You could do it. Just
You
believe
can
in
do it.
yourself and keep pushing. Well, that's all for today's show. We both gave it a 5. We highly recommend it.
Yes.
Go watch it. Go watch it in theaters so you can see people reacting to
Yeah.
the movie. That's another thing.
Yes.
People got really into this movie.
They were like throughout the whole movie. There was like a bunch. I think they were like a family
Yeah.
together, like all the way at the end, and they were like, you know,
They were
applauding,
clapping. They were like,
clapping.
"You go, girl,
Yeah,
you
that
go."
was. You
I
know,
was
so
like,
you
you-
connect with that, you know.
Exactly.
So you enjoy
it.
the
It was really nice to see it in a group,
Mm-hmm.
seeing people reacting and cheering to this movie.
Yeah.
So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let us know what you think about this movie,
Yes.
about this episode.
We need subscribers.
We need subscribers.
So
Press like. It goes a
doing
long
this.
way, and it really helps out. So thanks for watching, guys. See you guys in the next
Peace.
episode. Peace out.